Hello, everyone, and welcome to Up Close and Personal. This is Riya Gupta, and I really hope you've been enjoying all our weekend shows with some amazing artists each and every Saturday. Well, Up Close and Personal has been great because we started the show last month, and getting to meet new unique varieties of artists and having to know their journey has been a wonderful journey, or a beginning rather, for all of us any which ways. And with this brand new month, we have another brand new episode where we are bringing you another amazing artist who's going to speak to us today about her enormous skill and this whole elegant form of art that she's been practicing since years and years. So let me first get her on the screen so that we can talk about the entire journey together. Let me have Pallavi Degwekar Shaikh on screen, please. Hello, Pallavi.
Hello, namaste. How are you, Ria?
I'm good. Thank you, Pallavi, for giving your time to us. First
My
of
pleasure.
all, let me have a formal introduction of yours to the world, to everyone who's watching us. So Pallavi is a Kathak artist. She's a Kathak guru. She's been learning different forms of art. She's been practicing as well as teaching this art from more than 20 or 25 years now. And the more amazing thing about her is she's not in India anymore. She's all the way in New Jersey, and she's actually taking the Indian art out there and making people learn it as well. So we're just so glad to have you on the show, Pallavi.
Thank you so much, and it's my pleasure that I have been invited on Catapult Networks as well. So thank you, Ria, and the entire team. So
Great.
I'm looking forward to have this conversation.
Same here. We've rather been really excited. So, Pallavi, let me first of all tell you, you're the first one who's going to be featured in terms of a dance art, right? We've had various singers, we've had lyricists, we've had poets, and a very variety of people. And dancing is something, we're really looking forward to this. And so let me first tell everybody, Kathak is something that we all know about, but not maybe as in detail as you are going to tell us about it today.
Sure.
So what I want to begin with is your family's contribution to music, because I believe you come from a background of art and generations who've been practicing art. Yes. So tell us a little about that.
Yes, my grandfather, he was a classical vocalist actually, Mahadev Degwekar, right. And he was a classical vocalist of Gwalior Gharana. But of course, during that time, there was no that much of exposure or promotion to promote yourself and come up to that marketing and branding yourself. But yes, that has been the lineage legacy going on. And my daddy, my father, Vishnu Mahadev Degwekar, he was a Gandaband Shagird of Tirakwa, Emajan Tirakwa Kha Sahab. So that's what is going on in my family, and that's how it came to me, I believe. And I have some point% of it. So I'm just trying to, and of course, my guru, my mother, they have always been, pushing to my, like the max that I can go to. And this is where I am, still trying, because this is an ancient art form. You cannot, you're a forever student. You cannot be just, yes, I got it. It's been almost 30 years. I am dancing, teaching, but I still feel that I am not even a drop in this big ocean.
Right. And I think that's the best part when it comes to classical stuffs, right? You're never over it. You're like always learning. Yes. So Pallavi, like you said, there was singing in your background, in your family, there was dancing, and then I believe also instruments, because whenever somebody sings and dance, there is instrument on its own. So how did you get inclined to dancing, and why not music, or why not something? How did that thing happen?
Actually, I will tell you very, very honestly. Okay, I was very little. I was just 10 years old, and we were just passing by, and my mother and my auntie was there, Masi. So we were walking, and we just saw the dance class. We had heard about Kathak dance classes being running in Dadar area. So my daddy and my mother, both of them parents, were more inclined that she should learn Kathak because it is more complementing to Hindustani classical music as well. So that's how, I was pushed into it. And I was a little girl, like, had no idea about all these things. I had just been, listening to the stories and daddy playing and this and that, but never thought about getting into it. Then as a normal child, I got an admission in that dance class, Archana Nrityalaya, and it took 1 year. I was on the waiting list. One
Oh my
year I
God.
waited at that time in 1992. So I waited until then, and then as a normal kid, goes to the dance class. My mother and daddy, father, they are pushing me. Oh, practice, practice. You need to practice. It was just a normal thing. And one day it happened that once you come to the teen, I always tell this story, so please don't get bored. But
Please, we're waiting to hear.
as you grow into teenage, it's a different phase of your life, and you just think that you're something, when you're nothing. But
Right.
that's what happened to me. I became rebellious, and I was like, I don't want to do this. What is this? Dadin din and all that stuff. So bas chhod hi diya maine to. Dance ko chhod diya. Can you
Oh my
believe that
God.
I don't dance? Now it is my breath. It is my way of living. But that time it was just, I don't want to do this anymore. But there was a point, because as I said, I had a lineage, the legacy from my great grandfather also, and father. My kaka, mere chacha jo the, he was also the tabla player, and on his 68th birthday he had like a mehfil, because that time those things were more prominently
Yes.
you know used to happen. So in that particular concert, I was sitting at the backside somewhere and least interested in what is happening. Okay, मुझे बुलाया है, अब मुझे क्यों बुलाया है, मुझे बोर हो रहा है, मुझे friends के साथ जाना है. All that stuff happened, and all of a sudden it just came to me, and I started giving the tal. I was into it. I was so like going deep and deep. And after the concert, I went up to my daddy and I said, you know what, I want to go back. But now it's a scary time because I didn't even show my face to my guru. Pallavi Degwekar. And I was like, now I'm going to get a big yelling. But she always had that kind and generous and very humble and very soft spoken lady. When my daddy approached her and said that she wants to come back, it was just, yes, she can come back. That gave me such a big encouragement that there was no yelling, there was no discouragement, there was nothing, there was just a push that, yes, this is the time you need to come back. And that's what I believe in when I am teaching now. That's what I keep telling my parents, that there is a push until 5-6 years. After that, that kid needs to get the ignition.
The feeling.
Yes, if that is not going to be there, they cannot do this art form, because it just needs love and dedication and passion. And that's how I came here, and I'm here all the time.
I think, this is the beauty of music or art,
Yes,
because it just pulls you. Somebody
yes,
has
it's
rightly
magic.
said, yeah, that you don't choose music. Music chooses
Mm,
you. Or
very true.
rather, the art chooses you, not you
Correct,
cannot choose it.
correct, correct.
So much, I so agree with whatever you said.
Yes,
But
absolutely.
and as you went into the field, what kind of inspiration did you have? Because now that you told me in the 90s, I think it was also an era where it was not just classical. There was
Yeah,
classical, but there was also a lot of filmy, like that change, which in the
correct.
20th or 21st century, the change
Yes,
has been
yes,
drastic.
yes.
But what was your inspiration that time?
That's what I said, that it was me who wanted to do it. It was not nobody pushing me from the back. My guru was not pushing me, neither my parents were saying, oh, you need to practice. I used to practice like hours, 3 hours in the morning and 3 hours in the
Wow.
evening at my guru's place. 6 hours a day or 8 hours a day, if you're practicing, it is going to bring you to some level. That
Right.
practice is also very less, I believe. But I am saying that comparatively, when I used to be as a very beginner, and then when I took a break and then whole thing changed, it was like a complete miracle, in my dance, in my vision, in my perspective, in my guru's, whatever guru used to tell me, we used to call her Maushi. So whatever she used to tell me, I used to like grab, and like show her that this is what I want to do. It took me 17 years. Again, I have told this line to my students umpteen number of times. They must be, if they are watching me, they're like, ye tai to baatein hi karte rehti hai. But it took me 17 years to come to that point where my guru was happy, her eyes were happy, there was a smile, and she just had one line to say, now you are a good dancer. That's what mattered to me. 17 years it took. So it doesn't happen overnight. You have to prove yourself all the time. And still I am proving. It's never like stopped. But at least गुरु जब थे मेरे साथ तो उनका मुझे जो आशीर्वाद चाहिए था वो 17 साल के बाद मिला. I mean, she used to be there, but you know what I'm saying, right?
I know. I know what you're saying, because
Yes.
like you mentioned about Guru, even my Guru, I'm into singing, as we spoke the other day.
Yes.
And after like 2 years, 3 years, एक बार उनका हाथ ऐसे आया था कि out of happiness कि wow, this was, I didn't expect it. I was like, that one hand just works, like that one blessing thing, it just makes up.
I agree.
Makes up for all the practice and years.
We now the trend is that we encourage, we tell them that you're doing good, but I also always tell them that I am encouraging you, but that doesn't mean you have reached the level of perfection anywhere close to it.
Right.
It's just to motivate you so that you don't lose the interest in it. अपने टाइम पे तो मुझे तो ऐसा कभी बोलते नहीं थे, हर क्लास में बोला ना that it took me 17. So she never used to talk in the class that you're doing good, oh this toda was good, that toda was good. No, I encourage, because I am like very happy-go-lucky person also. So it depends on that also. She was a very soft-spoken person.
So because you're also talking, you spoke about Guru already, and this is something I wanted everyone to understand what it used to be then in terms of Guru and today learning. So why don't you also tell us about how, and something that you also take in when it comes to teaching Kathak, or the nitty-gritties about Kathak for everybody who's maybe just aware of the word but not really.
Yeah. So basically, when I am teaching, first thing is to introduce them to this art form, what it means, why it is like this. And then, giving them, background about all other legends, the gurus, maestros who have been contributing their lives for this art form. So ऐसा नहीं है कि क्लास में आते हैं और मैं immediately उनको सिखाना शुरू करती हूँ. I talk a lot. Anyways, I talk a lot. So मैं जब वो बच्चे आते हैं तो मैं बहुत उनसे प्यार से बात करती हूँ. I feel कि वो बर्ड्स है, राइट? तो फ्लावर को उनको बनाने के लिए यू हैव सींचना है, उनको मोल्ड करना है. तो वो प्यार से धीरे धीरे, कभी डांटी से थोड़ा सा, कभी ऐसा कभी वैसा कर करके you have to push them all the time. So after 10 years, 8 years, they start realizing that okay, हमारी ताई ऐसी है, और उसको they call me ताई. So they say that yes, ताई is, now they understand what I need. पहले 2-3 साल तो बस पैम्परिंग ही होता है कि वो बच्चा है, छोटा है, तो जो जैसा धीरे धीरे कर रहा है तो इट इज ओके. धीरे उसके बाद जब एडवांस लेवल पे आते हैं, then it is the time that I make them understand that this is not something for fun. You cannot take this as an extracurricular activity anymore. You need to have that passion, dedication, and commitment. Without that, because you're giving exam is not the goal. They do give written exam, they do give practical exam, but that is not the goal. The goal is to become a dancer. That's why you are with me. That is a secondary goal, because you need some discipline, some structure, some system. to your whole course. Otherwise you are just like jab नाचना है तब नाच रहे, करना है तब कर रहे. So I like that pattern where I give them I conduct the exams. I'm affiliated with Bharati Vidyapeeth Pune, India. So I
Oh,
have
wow.
New Jersey ka center for Kathak, Bharatnatyam, vocal instrument and percussion.
Nice.
तो उनको एग्जाम जब होती है तो थियोरी होती है, रिटन एग्जाम होती है, फिर प्रैक्टिकल एग्जाम होती है. तो दैट्स हाउ दे गेट इनटू इट कि नो
That's your structure and
स्ट्रक्चर. सो धीरे धीरे उनको वो रूट्स, कल्चर, पूरा बैकग्राउंड धीरे धीरे समझता है.
राइट. लेकिन अभी बिकॉज हम ऑनलाइन है तो हम एक होता है ना इन अ स्ट्रक्चर फॉर्म में भी इन अ क्विक 4-5 पॉइंटर्स वी वुड वांट टू अंडरस्टैंड अ लिटिल बिट. अगर आपको एक लेमैन को कथक बताना होगा, समझाना होगा, so what I would love you to do is speak a little on it, and then of course we are trying to also see you perform on it. So
Okay.
yes.
So basically Kathak is storytelling. Katha kahe so Kathak means you're telling a story. Katha is a story, and जो कथा बताता है उसे स्टोरी टेलर बोलते हैं. तो this is an ancient form from like centuries, and I feel my perspective or my vision about Kathak, what I have understood is everything I am doing has a story. Whether I'm doing a technical piece or I am doing an expressional piece. Expressions में you get to understand because there are words. बट टेक्निक में तुम कैसे समझाओगे कि ये क्या है. तो मुझे लगता है मूवमेंट्स जो करते हैं, कुछ भी मूवमेंट हो, वो एक स्टोरी है स्पेस में अपने आप में. तो ये मूवमेंट है, तो ये मूवमेंट हैज अ स्टोरी कि दिस इज द बिगिनिंग and it flows and then it is coming back to the home, the origin. This is the utpatti position where the we start the dance, Kathak dance. So this is the utpatti position. If you're able to see me properly, so
Yes.
यहाँ से अगर हाथ शुरू होता है, यहाँ से वो नीचे आता है, तो it is a journey. It is telling you कि देखो मैं कैसे जा रहा हूँ. और महाराज जी का मुझे एकदम से याद आया. He used to always give this example. महाराज जी is पंडित बिरजू महाराज जी. So he used to always tell कि ये राजा है और ये उसका सेनापति है, वजीर. या तो वो राजा चल रहा है and then सेनापति बोल रहा है हटो हटो राजा आगे, and the raja is settled back again in his kingdom, like that. So every movement वो उनका vision जो है, that is what I also feel कि every movement has a story. So I think मैं एक आपको छोटा सा करके दिखाती हूँ अभी. I would love to do तीन ताल because that's I love that ताल. So I'll just show you 3-4 minutes का, and it is a basically complete technique. तीन ताल is a technical, rhythmic cycle of 16 beats in which like you can hold the beats like this, 1, 2, 3, 4 up till the 16. Then उसमें variety होती है that you make permutation combinations, right? So I will be just showing you the most beautiful aspect of Kathak repertoire, जिसको थाट हम बोलते हैं या ठाट बोलते हैं, और एक परनामद है, वो दिखाऊंगी. Paranamad is a Persian word which means Amad is a Persian word which means to arrive or to enter on stage. So because Kathak is influenced with both styles, Hindu and Muslim styles. तो दोनों का क्या बोलते हैं, blending is what Kathak is all about. ठीक है. तो I think मेरा speaker बंद हुआ है, so I'm just going to turn it on again.
Please, no worries.
Yes.
Meanwhile, Kinnari on our FB, she's she says that these stories that you've been telling us, it keeps reminding and inspiring people. So I think that's amazing. And that is the reason why we keep talking and we keep going back to the roots of, how did these art forms come?
Bilkul. Yeah. She is my Visharad Purna student. That is the bachelor's of Kathak. So she is my senior student, my friend, my family, everything. So always, she has listened to my stories probably
again and again.
But still she loves it. That is what I like about her, that wow, she still loves it. Wow. Okay, so I'm going to okay, so I begin the just if you can hear the music.
Let me know once it yes, we can hear.
Good? Okay, perfect. Okay.
I think this is the first time on UCP. This, for everybody who's watching us, we're going to have somebody even performing live, and I think it's for almost a first time, or pretty rare on in any of the lives. So we're really glad we could do this with you.
I hope I do it nicely.
Of course you will.
Okay, and are you guys able to see me? No, I think my head is getting cut off.
Yes, thoda sa upar.
So ये ठीक है?
हाँ.
ठीक है ना Ria? I'm not able to hear you, Ria.
ठीक है.
Oh, you were on mute. Okay.
Yes,
okay.
Because
sure. Okay. जैसे मैंने बोला, I'm presenting Kathak, which are slow, gentle, and graceful movements shown through the wrist, neck, or the eyebrows. Kathak. Thank you. That was just a bit of my technique. Thank you.
I was lost.
Thank you.
Please take your breather. You are amazing.
I'm good. Like, it's just, I think hair got stuck. Yeah. but it's good.
So good. And I think everyone who's watching this will agree that how difficult it is to do things live. And you were
Yes.
so flawless. You were amazing, Pallavi.
Thank you, thank you. It's all, as I say, my guru's blessing, my music, which has come from my great grandfather. And of course, you have to put in a lot of efforts.
Lot
It
of
doesn't come to
practice.
you overnight.
And it was, I think you're 17 years and 30 years rather. Sorry, not 17.
Yeah.
We could see it. So flawless.
Thank you.
Amazing.
Thank you. I'm glad everyone liked it.
Yes, we also have somebody's message who says, Kamla. Kamla says,
Oh, that's my mother.
Okay, Kamla ji. Okay. Oh, beautiful.
That's my mother. Yeah,
So
thank
nice.
you. Yes.
Pallavi, what I noticed is, and again, for a non-art person, okay, Jeetu Lakhani says she's amazing.
Oh,
Thank you, Jeetu ji.
Thank you.
Well, yeah, so I was coming to this part that, Bharatnatyam and Kathak, very often, not many people know there are very minor differences. Actually, major differences, not minor, but yeah, major differences. But something that I saw Kathak signifies a lot, I believe, with the footsteps and the sound.
Yes.
So, what is the, maybe, is there a story behind it? The significance? Where has it come from?
Basically, all Indian dance, classical dance styles, 8 dance styles, come from the root, which is the Natya Shastra and Abhinay Darpan. But of course, every style has its unique beauty and differentiation as well. Kathak is more upright posture, upright torso, more graceful, and little liberal movements we have. We do use all the grammar and the terms used in Natya Shastra and the epics which we have, but we are a little more liberal. For example, if we want to show a veil of a beautiful girl, we are just showing it in a very delicate, natural way. But whereas in South classical styles, it is more prominently done because they have, that is what their main part is. And जैसे आपने भरतनाट्यम बोला, तो भरतनाट्यम में main तो जो चौक अरावंडी position है, that is the main part, right, where they sit down. So everything is based on that position only. Whereas हमको Kathak में, it is more about footwork, which is the most difficult foundation of Kathak repertoire. उसके बाद में चक्कर जो स्पिन्स होते हैं उस पर भी कमांड आना चाहिए आपको. आप 2 स्पिन्स लेके दिखाओ बट ऐसे होना चाहिए, नहीं कि धा धा ता 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 ऐसे करके बट वो सारी चीजें हैं. एंड थोड़ा मतलब लिबरल है हम लोग की. Yes, you can do many stories through a particular thing. So that is the main differentiation. But I love all Indian classical styles.
That's nice. Actually, when I was really small, even I was into, I was not into, I think I was just put into dancing and all of that. And I clearly remember this, that, in a Bharatnatyam, I was put into Bharatnatyam. And my teacher used to be like, Arey, you maintain that position. But I used to really love making that noise. And she was like, it's not needed. Now, but I think back, I think I was more fascinated कि मुझे वो sound करना है.
पहले से था शायद. There is never I have so many adult students, so there is never late ऐसा age होता है ऐसा वगैरह नहीं. You can still start.
Right. Yeah. And seeing you, it was really feeling like, your body is so free to do whatever you want. So it's very motivating rather.
Thank you.
So Pallavi, Kathak or any dance form rather, it's also when it comes to music, it's also meditation. Any type of music or any type of dance. So, over the years, how has it also kind of helped in shaping you and your, life? And if there has been any strong, inclination towards this, and then that has shaped up.
Yes, that has happened. When I mentioned earlier that I was kind of rebellious when I was a teenage girl, And that time I tried, I've tried all. I have tried item numbers, I have tried Lani, I have tried salsa, I have tried bhangra, then Kori dance, everything I have tried. But I am happy that I tried, because after doing all those sort of things, I understood the base, the root is classical dance. So if you get into that really good, you don't need to learn. Like, of course, folk dance तो ऐसे है कि देख के ही करते, but आजकल जो trend चल रहा है that Bollywood class होता है, I feel ऐसा कोई
Yeah.
होता नहीं है Bollywood class वगैरह. You just dance, because if you know the base nicely, you can do. और जो default dancers होते हैं, by God's grace, बहुत सुंदर dancers होते हैं जिनको classical dance ना सीखते हुए भी क्लासिकल का भी एक लचक होती है, एक ग्रेस होता है, एक एलिगेंस होता है. तो दैट इज अ डिफरेंट थिंग ऑल टुगेदर. बट फॉर अ नॉर्मल चाइल्ड, इफ दैट चाइल्ड कैन लर्न क्लासिकल रूट्स, आई एम 100% श्योर उसको कोई भी डांस स्टाइल में दिक्कत नहीं आएगी.
So true.
My experience is.
So true. So Pallavi, how when did you shift from India? I mean, very long back, or?
Yes, it's been 11 years now. I'm in USA.
Okay, so now you have, then I can rightly say that you've lived a good amount of your experience in India and a good amount of experience as an artist there. So how has it been different, or anything that you want to talk about?
You don't. I want to talk about it actually. But it's a different world, I would say. A complete different, two different worlds. India is something different and USA is something. Of course, everybody has the love and that thing to learn, but the mindset is different. The kids over here, they are just not aware about our stories. They cannot relate to Krishna. They cannot relate to Shankar. So it is a big challenge on me to make them understand. If my one more senior student is watching me, she will understand, because she's been learning with me now for 10 years. But initially when she was learning, she was like, wait, what? Who is this Krishna? Why is he doing this? They had no clue. I mean, of course, parents do give them the, exposure to read the stories, but we have lived with it and we have grown with those stories. कि कृष्णा ये सब हमने एक्चुअल फील करते हुए उसको बड़े हुए हैं. बट ये बच्चों को बताना पड़ता है, उनको समझाना पड़ता है. इट इज कंप्लीटली two different things which I am dealing with. India, it was a different thing. यहाँ का पूरा style अलग है. उनको सिखाने के time पे भी there has to be an encouragement, all the time that you can grow more, you have to do this. Strategies बताने पड़ते हैं. But बेसिक जो उनके कॉन्सेप्ट्स है वो क्लियर नहीं होते, तो वहां आके दिक्कत होती है. जैसे अगर छेड़छाड़ बतानी है कि कृष्णा और राधा की छेड़छाड़ चल रही है, तो कृष्णा ने हाथ पकड़ा और हाथ पकड़ के वो राधा जो है वो बस शाय हुई है. वो क्यों शाय हुई है, यही क्वेश्चन मुझे करते हैं कि व्हाई शी शाय इफ ही इज होल्डिंग हर हैंड. तो ये जो जमाने का डिफरेंस है, आई एम लाइक समटाइम्स, of course I give them all the basic idea, but at times I just say that you cannot put logic to everything. You have to just follow sometimes. This is what it has been. If you still go in remote villages, you will come to know that women are still underprivileged and they have no facilities to do all these things. तो जब जाके उनको थोड़ी बातें वो समझ में आती है, but it is very difficult.
So teaching wise, it's really difficult.
Yes. But dancing wise, I feel a lot of cultural activities happen in USA. So culturally, of course, India की बात अपनी अलग है, but यहाँ का भी माहौल है वैसा, नहीं करके नहीं.
That's nice. और of course that also means teaching तो ठीक है. That also means that आपने काम भी यहाँ पे बहुत किया था in terms of you as a performer yourself.
जी.
So what has been your experience here and there as a performer?
तभी मुझे लगता है मैं जब छोटी थी तब गुरु के थ्रू जाना पड़ता था. So 75% credentials were my guru's name itself.
Right.
कि आशा ताई की स्टूडेंट है यानी बस बढ़िया ही होगी. And then 25% was mine. But now it is all 100% me. I have to put up myself as if कि मैं अच्छी परफॉर्मर हूँ. आई हैव बीन डूइंग so much work for so many years. For 2 decades almost I'm teaching. But sometimes I feel कि बहुत ऐसे खींचा जाता है, बिकॉज मैंने जैसे बताया कि मेरी लेगेसी होने के बाद भी देयर वाज नो एक्सपोजर और एनीथिंग. बट आई फील कि वो स्टेज पे आके मैं ऐसे रुक जाती हूँ कि हमेशा बस सीनियर आर्टिस्ट तो है, लेजेंड्स है, माइस्ट्रोज है, एक अपकमिंग का जमाना है कि अपकमिंग आर्टिस्ट को भी आपको आगे बढ़ाना. बट एक हम जैसे लोग हैं ना, कि जो हम अकम्प्लिश्ड है बट वी स्टिल नॉट एट दैट पॉइंट एंड वी आर नॉट अपकमिंग ऑल्सो. तो जो ये मिडिल वाला हमारा ग्रुप है, दैट समटाइम्स आई फील कि हम सफर होते हैं ये सब चीजों में, कि टू प्रूव जस्ट टू प्रूव आवरसेल्व्स कि हमने ऐसा किया है, हमने वैसा किया है. इट बिकम्स लिटिल डिफिकल्ट.
राइट.
एंड थोड़ा सा पॉलिटिक्स तो होता ही है हर जगह पे. So
yeah. वो तो अब these are things which I think बहुत person to person tackle कर सकते हैं. I mean, I don't know, but it's everywhere equally. Fair enough. So
मैं ऐसी हूँ ना, मैं politically बिल्कुल मुझे इंटरेस्ट नहीं होता. I'm just not a political person at all. I am just straight. जो है वो है, नहीं हुआ तो भी I have no grudges about anybody.
Right.
I'm like that.
Right. But also Pallavi, like आपने challenges की topics निकाली है. So what other challenges would you face? I mean, of course, then there is एक तो आपने जो बताया in terms of levels of artist, और जो अपने आप को market या नहीं हुआ है या कर नहीं पा रहे हैं, they are stuck. So that is one. But और क्या challenges आती है?
मुझे ऐसे लगता है कि आर्टिस्ट का अभी ये because of COVID and everything, ऑनलाइन का जो प्लेटफॉर्म ओपन हुआ है, इट्स अ बिग प्लेटफॉर्म फॉर अस नाउ एंड इट्स गोइंग टू बी अ बिग मार्केट फॉर अस. तो हमें पैसों की जरूरत है ही ना. ये एक बिल्कुल बहुत ही बड़ा बिलीफ है कि यूएसए में रहते हैं यानी इनको पैसों की जरूरत नहीं है. सो आई वांट टू टेल दिस थिंग अपफ्रंट कि यू डोंट कंपेयर. अगर आप वहां 1,000 रुपया खर्चा कर रहे हो तो 1,000 रुपया यहाँ जब कन्वर्ट होता है तो इट इज $5 फॉर मी. $5 इज ₹5 फॉर मी. ₹5 में मैं क्या खरीदी करूं बताइए. मुझे $500 अगर मिलते हैं परफॉर्मेंस के, तो $500 में मेरा रेंट भी नहीं निकलता है, घर का भाड़ा भी नहीं निकलता है. सो इट्स नॉट लाइक दैट. इट इज वेरी डिफिकल्ट फॉर अस टू सर्वाइव हियर बिकॉज हमें किसी की हेल्प नहीं होती. हम सब अपना अपना करते हैं, फाइनेंशियली, फिजिकली, मेंटली, एवरीथिंग इज ऑल ऑन अस. एंड इफ आर्टिस्ट को पेमेंट नहीं मिलता है कि समटाइम्स पे एंड परफॉर्म, आई एम लाइक व्हाई शुड द आर्टिस्ट पे फॉर एनीथिंग टू कम अप टू दैट प्लेटफॉर्म. हमने हमारा नाम अपकमिंग हो कोई भी हो, आर्टिस्ट को पे इज नॉट द राइट थिंग. यू हैव टू गिव द आर्टिस्ट समथिंग. एक ऑनरेरियम जो होता है कि एक रेम्यूनरेशन कि भाई हमने आपको, भले अभी फिलहाल आई अंडरस्टैंड बिकॉज ऑफ द ऑनलाइन एंड कोविड सिचुएशन बहुत ज्यादा नहीं दे पाते ऑर्गेनाइजर्स भी, विच इज डूएबल. बट फ्री में नहीं नाच सकते ना हम पैसा भरेंगे बिकॉज इट इज डिसरिस्पेक्टिंग टू द आर्टिस्ट एंड टू द आर्ट कंप्लीटली.
Fair enough.
So, ये बहुत सारी दिक्कतें मुझे अभी आने लगी है कि आप तो यूएसए में हैं, आपको क्या जरूरत. आई एम लाइक वेट व्हाट. मैं खाना खाती हूँ, मुझे घर देखना है, मेरा बच्चा है, मेरा पति है, तो पति है तो lot of things come from there. I am like that's not fair. I am an artist. You should treat me as an artist and you should be able to pay.
Fair enough. So I think yes, ये challenge जो है ये सब सबका ये तो एक common concern है, but with time वो भी धीरे धीरे I'm hoping.
What I feel, Riya, is मैं किसी को blame नहीं करूँ because I understand the organizer की बाजू भी, because when I am hosting a show I understand what I go through. ऐसा नहीं है कि मुझे समझ में, but we need to come and balance. एक reasonable इस पे आके collaboration होना चाहिए, वो नहीं हो रहा है, बस बातें हो रही है, but nobody wants to come down to that balancing.
True.
Balancing is very important.
I think this was a good medium. So सब जितने भी लोग आपके सुन रहे हैं,
thank you for asking me this because ये बहुत चल रहा था मेरे दिमाग में, ये कैसे put up करना है, वहाँ पर.
Great space. Sabne sun liya. So whoever is going to approach Pallavi next time, y'all
No
should know.
offense to anyone, please, please. I'm just telling my view here, but I have no question
Absolutely.
for
No, no,
anyone.
you're saying a fair point, and I think a lot of people may have this in them. You are just being the voice. So,
Yes.
chalo theek hai. Challenges to hum samajh gaye. I think ye main concern tha. Let's go back to little performance again. Pallavi, I also know that you love singing. In fact, singing was your first love. So, tell us something about that,
My
and
God.
then make us
You
hear
caught me
also.
off guard. But yes, I mean, I love singing. जैसे मैंने बताया मेरे दादाजी सिंगर थे, राइट, क्लासिकल. तो प्रोबेबली वहीं से वो इंक्लिनेशन है कि मुझे पहले से गाना अच्छा लगता था. आई वांटेड टू बिकम अ सिंगर rather than dancing or anything.
Oh.
But eventually जो नसीब होता है वही बनते हैं. But of course, I love singing. I have been recently, like for a year or 1.5 years. मतलब मैं ऐसे तो क्लास में वगैरह गाती ही थी पहले से, like about 2 decades I'm singing, but ऐसा ऑफिशियल ट्रेनिंग नहीं हुआ था मेरा. तो
Right.
अभी अभिजीत जी पोनकर जो है उनके पास मैं गाना भी सीख रही हूँ. कि because
Wow.
I feel that you have to keep learning. If you stop, you're done.
It's gone.
It's gone. So you need to learn some or the other things जो आपको पसंद आए. मुझे पेंटिंग भी पसंद है. एक टाइम ऐसा था कि मुझे कमर्शियल आर्टिस्ट बनना था, तो मैं ऐसे पेंट करती हूँ बीच बीच में. मेरा ऐसे
Wow.
कुछ होता है मन तो पेंटिंग करती हूँ. But yes.
So you're learning singing. What?
Yes.
क्या आप? What
I
घराना
mean,
or what are you
लाइट
learning?
है ऐसा, लाइट है ऐसे
अच्छा,
कोई
light music.
लाइक प्रॉपर ऐसा एकदम क्लासिकल नहीं है, क्योंकि मुझे बस थोड़ा बेस उसका जानना है कि कब मतलब मैं जो गाती हूँ वो सही है कि नहीं, जो क्लास में कभी गाती हूँ बच्चों के लिए तो वो सही है कि नहीं. बस इतना भी मुझे आ जाए तो आई एम लाइक हैप्पी एंड कंटेंटेड इन दैट.
तो
तो
आप
जस्ट
हमें उतना ही सुना दीजिए जितना आप में
माय
कंटेंट.
गॉड, आर यू किडिंग?
Why not?
अरे
I mean,
बाप रे.
come
I
on,
am
come
not
on.
sure.
3 cheers for Pallavi.
आई एम नॉट श्योर अगर ऑडियंस भाग गया तो.
ऐसा कुछ नहीं होगा.
That's not my fault. Okay, I'm going to try.
Please.
So this particular, what I love, because you have come up with this topic, what I love is मेरे पिताजी की बर्थडे पे मैंने एक बस उन्हें जो पसंद था वो गाना गाया था एंड थोड़े से भाव दिखाए थे उसके. तो आई लव सिंगिंग दैट सॉन्ग. आई होप आज कर पाऊंगी बिकॉज I don't know. I'm not a singer. Please disclaimer मेरा पहले से ही. So please excuse any mistakes, and I'm not comparing my anything to anybody. I am still forever a student. So मेरा जो interpretation था ये particular song के लिए, ये है मराठी song. आप सब लोगों ने I think you must have heard. The original music is by अशोक पत्की काका जी, and जिन्होंने गाया वो सुमन कल्याणपुरकर जी है एंड अशोक परांजपे जी के लिरिक्स है. तो मेरा जो इंटरप्रिटेशन था आई एम गोइंग टू रीड फॉर यू गाइज ताकि आपको थोड़ा सा उसका पता चले कि एग्जैक्टली क्या कर रही हूँ मैं. So in the forest of the flower named Ketaki, umbrella tree or screw pine, peacock is dancing happily. And likewise, I have tried to interpret peacocks dancing. So peacock का जो नृत्य है, मयूर नृत्य, वो just हमेशा पिकॉक दिखाया तो ही नहीं होता ना. ट्रीज भी तो डांस करते हैं, फ्लावर्स भी तो डांस करते हैं. तो मेरा ऑलवेज इंटरप्रिटेशन सब नेचर के साथ हमेशा रहता है. सो दैट्स व्हाट कि द branches of the tree and the ketki flowers are also dancing. The tender clouds are ambitious of their love and are taking pride to touch Mother Earth in the form of raindrops. The eyelids are carrying the heaviness of the raindrops and are dissolving in the universe as one color. And seashell is sharing its story about the love song it has assimilated it from the ocean. And the song keeps caroling in that seashell's heart. The lips are glorified with the touch of a droplet, mystically enchanting the swara. Because it's in Marathi, I always like to give uski parshvabhumi ka background. नहीं तो लोगों को कभी कभी लैंग्वेज समझ में नहीं आती,
No,
तो
no, fair enough.
इसीलिए. So let me try. Can you listen to the Kanpura as well?
Yes.
बनी तीथे नाचला केतकीच्या बनी तीथे नाचला गहिवरला मेघनभी सोडला धीर केतकीच्या बनी तिथे नाचला पापणी तसाच अंतरात रंगले पापणी तसाच अंतरात रंगले गीत माझी मनात झुंबले ओठावरी भिजला आसावला सूर गहिवरला मेघनभी सोडला धीर केतकीच्या बनी तिथे नाचला
I'm sure everyone who's watching is clapping. अरे, it was beautiful. In fact, to be honest, मैं आपका dance expect ही नहीं करी थी उसके साथ. I was just like, maybe you're just going to sing a few lines, and what a combination, Pallavi. I mean, beautiful. And मजा मुझे इसमें भी बहुत आया कि आपने तानपुरा लगाया, and you didn't just sing. तो it just is a lot of things coming together. It's beautiful. आपके हर परफॉर्मेंस के बाद मैं बस खो जाती हूँ.
Liking. Thank you. सब लोग एंजॉय कर रहे हैं. That's what I'm here for. As an artist,
I'm sure.
To spread the love of art and music.
Totally. So there is another thing I'm going to catch you on. लेकिन उससे पहले एक दो और बातें करेंगे. There is for people.
और क्या ऑफ गार्ड पकड़ने वाले हो?
We are going to talk about your poetries. वो चलो आपको बता ही देते हैं. लेकिन वो थोड़े एक दो चीजों के बाद में भी we are almost.
आपने मेरा पूरा प्रोफाइल एकदम पढ़ लिया है. Thank you.
So yes, हम लोग because हम काफी एंड तक आ ही रहे हैं. So I was like, let's. So Pallavi, कथक को लेके of course कथक, overall it's forever learning and कभी खत्म नहीं होने वाला and all of that. But सब कुछ change हो रहा है in terms of people's perception, people's level of tolerance जो होता है ना किसी चीज को सीखने का या कुछ भी. So in terms of that, what do you think would be a good way to youth जो होता है, youth के लिए इस ऐसे डांस फॉर्म्स को सीखने की जो encouragement है, how do we do that? Because listening and concentration level is decreasing.
I know. मुझे ऐसे इसीलिए लगता है, मैं हमेशा I personally feel, and that is my experience which I have been incorporating in my thing. How do you build the classical audience? फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल एक तो डिसिप्लिन तो होना ही चाहिए. आई मीन मेरा कोई भी क्लासिकल परफॉर्मेंस हो रहा हो, बच्चे का हो या मेरा हो या कोई और आर्टिस्ट का हो, वो ऑडियंस में भी डिसिप्लिन होना चाहिए कि ये क्लासिकल परफॉर्मेंस है, बॉलीवुड का नहीं है. तो सीटी वीटी मारना अलाउड ही नहीं है, मैं निकाल देती हूँ परफॉर्मेंस से कि ये नहीं चलेगा. इफ यू वांट टू डू दैट प्लीज लीव. बट फॉर द यूथ, इफ यू आर आस्किंग, I feel when I am teaching or when I'm performing, I bring in a lot of flavors. So I always teach them the traditional Kathak only, but with traditional Kathak, what things can come in. So एक बार आपका रूट बन जाए, आपका फाउंडेशन बन जाए, तो I always give my students some assignments or some more challenges. कि for example, एक हमारा टेक्निक का कोई पीस है कि एदो तीछा पांच ताली, एदो तीछा पांच ताली, एदो तीछा पांच सात आठ था, एदो तीछा पांच, ऐसे अगर एक बंदिश चल रही है, ये कॉम्पोजिशन को हम तिहाई बोलते हैं, तो गिनती तिहाई जिसमें काउंटिंग है नंबर्स का, तो ये ऑडियंस को मजा आता है. इसी जगह पर मैं धा तकिट धा किट तकिट तकिट धा तकिट ये बोलूं तो दे आर लाइक दे डोंट अंडरस्टैंड दैट लैंग्वेज. बट यही मैं एक तकिट एक दो तकिट ए दो तीन तकिट ए दो तीन चार, तो देन दे आर मोर into it. So even for the youth or my younger students who when they join in, or if anybody is wanting to come to me and learn, or मुझे बहुत सारे लोग ऐसे भी प्लेटफॉर्म्स पे पूछते हैं कि हम क्या करें कथक के लिए, हमें सीखना है. तो पहली बात तो ये है कि यू कैन नॉट लर्न इट ओवरनाइट. यू हैव टू गिव टाइम, यू हैव टू फाइंड राइट टीचर. ऐसा नहीं है कि बहुत सारे गली इसमें नुक्कड़ पे आजकल बहुत सारे कथक टीचर्स, कथक डांसर्स बैठे हैं जो हम सालों से दे ऑन देयर ओन दे डोंट नो एनीथिंग हाउ टू कीप अप द स्पीड एंड हाउ टू कैच अ पर्टिकुलर स्पीड. तो मुझे ऐसे लगता है राइट टीचर एंड देन वो बच्चे का इंक्लिनेशन, एंड प्लस मैं जब सिखाती हूँ तो मुझे ऐसे चाहिए होता है कि उसमें और फ्लेवर्स आए. बस ताथी तक किया, बट उसके बियॉन्ड क्या है, ताथी तक तो आप अलग अलग फ्लेवर्स में कैसे डाल सकते हैं. दिस इज व्हाट आई ऑलवेज पुश माय स्टूडेंट्स और माई सेल्फ. इफ आई हैव दिस एक्टिविटी, अभी बंद हुई है वो एक्टिविटी, फ्राइडे कथक फ्लेवर्स करके. I'm just revisiting those memories on my page, but I had that activity in which I used to try bringing in lot of flavors. कि ये एक तिहाई है, उसको देखिए मैं भाव में कैसे करती हूँ, या उसको देखिए खाली फुटवर्क से कैसे किया, या और उसमें थीम मकर संक्रांति है, तो मकर संक्रांति है तो वही तिहाई को मकर संक्रांति का हाउ डू यू मेक.
So basically varieties.
हाँ, वैरायटी की, बट ऑडियंस जो ले ऑडियंस है उसको समझे कि क्लासिकल की ताकत क्या है. यू जस्ट डोंट डू दीना दी दीना तीना दी दीना दीना दी दीना तीना दी दीना ना करते हुए उसी में आप अगर भाव लाओ, कुछ रिलेटेबल स्टोरीज लाओ जो अभी के चल रहे हैं, देन इट बिकम्स मोर एक्सेप्टेबल. बट ऑफ कोर्स ऑन द कॉन्ट्ररी ये भी है कि आपको ट्रेडिशनल तो रखना ही है, उसको छोड़ना नहीं है. बहुत सारे लोग वो भी हो जाता है कि अभी ये बॉलीवुड में जैसे कोई भी गाना लेते हैं और कोई भी स्टेप बना के कथक नहीं हो सकता. महाराज जी, पंडित बिरजू महाराज जी खुद बॉलीवुड में कथक किए हैं कोरियोग्राफ. लुक एट द डिग्निटी ही हैज मेंटेन. इफ यू कैन डू दैट देन इट इज ऑफ कोर्स यू कैन डू बॉलीवुड पे वो गाना भी आप क्या चूज करते हो. यू कैन नॉट चूज आइटम सॉन्ग एंड डू कथक ऑन इट, राइट? It's like on the beach, if you're going, you cannot wear ghagra choli and go on the beach. But on stage, you cannot wear the beach dress as well, right? There are some ethics, principles, code of conduct which needs to be followed.
So true. And because आपको खुद 30 years हो गए हैं इस चीज को करते हुए, you have evolved and got so many other varieties. So where do you want to take this? Ultimately एक vision जो आपका है, which is specific to you and your Kathak, your way of dance.
मेरा एक ही विजन है कि मुझे क्लासिकल आर्ट को प्रमोट करना है, इंडियन क्लासिकल आर्ट को, जिसमें वोकल परकशन अपना होता है, प्लस अपने डांस के फॉर्म्स है, इन सबको प्रमोट करना है, क्लासिकल ऑडियंस क्रिएट करना है. कि बॉलीवुड के लिए देखो लाखों का क्राउड रहता है, बट अपने क्लासिकल के लिए 50 लोग भी नहीं आते. तो ये क्यों है? क्या है, तो आई वांट टू ब्रिंग टू दैट पॉइंट कि हमने अभी कार्नेगी में भी परफॉर्मेंस किया था. आई हैड कार्नेगी इज एन इंटरनेशनल स्टेज ऑफ न्यूयॉर्क, मोस्ट प्रेस्टिजियस एंड मोस्ट ऑनर्ड स्टेज, जिसपे आने के लिए लोग सदियां बिताते हैं. उस पे हमें बाय गॉड्स ग्रेस एंड बाय माय ब्लेसिंग्स ऑफ माय गुरु एंड माय पेरेंट्स, I got the opportunity. I had 21 dancers along with me. We had presented traditional Kathak only, but the way we presented was little bit थोड़ा सा उसको वेस्टर्नाइज किया था ताकि अपील हो ऑडियंस को. तो कॉस्ट्यूम में चेंज लाया, थोड़ा ग्लैमरस किया उसको. 21 dancers dancing like that. It was mesmerizing.
It's beautiful. I can only imagine.
Yeah, so but we did not forget the roots. We did not do anything Bollywood there. We did Kathak only. 10 minutes का presentation किया. Just थोड़ा सा उसको changes लाके, अगर आप उसकी dignity maintain करके ला सकते हो तो क्या मतलब. I was so happy because it was not just Indian audience. पूरे Russia and like international global audience था. They all so well appreciated हमारा show. So this is what my vision is कि मुझे ये ऐसा ही बनाना है.
So true. I hope मैं और हमारी जितनी भी audience है अभी, I hope we all get to actually see you performing live online or live, which we हमें थोड़ी झलक इस show में मिले हैं. But we like हमने थोड़ा सा जितना देखा, I think it's going to be amazing to see you live doing the good 15-30 minutes.
कोविड थोड़ा, I mean of course online performances हो रहे हैं, but that doesn't give that satisfaction. आप देखो और actual reality में मुझे देखो तो it's a different thing. And for us also as an artist, we need the audience. उनका जो तालियां होती है, उनकी जो दाद होती है, वो बिल्कुल we are like a team. ये नहीं है तो ये अधूरा है, ये नहीं है तो वो अधूरे है.
Absolutely. चलिए हम because we are almost ending, मैं आपकी जो ये performance है, जो हम poetry की बात कर रहे थे, उससे ही मैं end करना चाहती हूँ. So for everyone, Pallavi also composes, in the sense she writes and she does make her own small pieces. तो हम उसके बारे में आप थोड़ा सा बताइए भी, कुछ हमें सुनाइए भी एंड दिखाइए भी.
नहीं, आपने मुझे ऐसे मतलब ये कर दिया है. मैं ऐसे ही फन के लिए सब बनाती हूँ बट वो अंदर से आ जाता है कि जैसे आपका जो प्रोमो किया था, दैट वाज लिटरली आई डिड इट स्पॉन्टेनियसली.
इट वाज ब्यूटीफुल.
अचानक से वो लाइन सूझी बिकॉज यू एंड मी आर गोइंग टू हैव गपशप ऑल अबाउट द डांस एंड द जर्नी, अबाउट ईच अदर. थोड़ा सा आपका भी, थोड़ा सा मेरा भी. सो दैट्स हाउ इट जस्ट कम्स कि 2-3 लाइनें बनाती हूँ. वैसे ही अभी कोविड टाइम था, इट वाज ऑल ग्लूमी द एंटायर, स्पेशली ड्यूरिंग अप्रैल टिल जून. इट वाज अ वेरी ग्लूमी एंड वेरी एकदम डिप्रेसिंग. तो मुझे फिर बैठे बिठाए ऐसा क्रिएशन होता था कि I'll make a poetry, by spreading that thing. There is entertainment, there is more positivity and people enjoy, there is spread of happiness. So why not? तो उसी में मेरी एक ये, again it is in Marathi language, मुझे बहुत पसंद बट आई है ये, खुद को मुझे बहुत अच्छी लगती है. So I penned down this during the onset of COVID, जैसे around April वगैरह के टाइम पे. एंड मैंने थोड़ा सा उसको पीछे बैकग्राउंड म्यूजिक भी डाला बिकॉज जस्ट माय वॉइस एंड देन यू जस्ट डांस, तो मजा नहीं है. अगेन एज आई सेड, आई लाइक टू ब्रिंग इन लॉट ऑफ फ्लेवर्स. तो मैंने पीटर हेलन करके जो है उनका म्यूजिक थोड़ा सा, क्योंकि ये बारिश के ऊपर है, बारिश और बादल और वो जो इंद्रधनुष आता है होराइजन पे, क्षितिज पे, तो उसके बारे में है ये सब कि वो क्लाउड्स और थंडरिंग का प्यार कैसे है, और वो प्यार इट ब्लॉसम्स इनटू क्षितिज, होराइजन. दैट इज माय थॉट. तो उसी लिए मैंने वो पीटर हेलन जो म्यूजिक देते हैं उनका बहुत सुंदर एक म्यूजिक पीस था, तो वो मैंने थोड़ा सा वहां पर डाल दिया 1-2 मिनट. तो या श्योर, आई मीन आई कैन,
या प्लीज, आई एम जस्ट वेटिंग टू हियर इट.
ओके, आई थिंक आप पहले वाले में ये ऐसे पीछे ठीक है ना, दिख रहा है राइट?
हाँ.
एक सेकंड ना. Sorry, my speaker is turning off. I don't know what is.
No problem.
Power on. इसकी बैटरी शायद गई है. Left connected, right connected. Just let me know if you can hear it.
Sure. Yeah.
Correct? Okay.
Yes.
वाऱ्यांची झुळूक घेत झोपेत झोपाते मागे फुले शहारत अंगण मिळवणारे मेघांचे रुसवे फुगवे पुन्हा बोलावे मेघांचे रुसवे फुगवे पुन्हा बोलावे त्या नकलकी दिसेल प्रेम परी बोलण्यास लाजावी मिलन होत परस्परांचे नयनबंध होतास डोळीच थेंब थेंबांचे सूर्याच्या किरणांनी चमकले क्षितिजावर इंद्रधनु हसला जेवणी लागी Thank you.
Wow, Pallavi, wow. I was, ये तो काफी मतलब मैं खो ही गई थी and it was like over.
Thank you so much.
It's beautiful. It's really beautiful. So if everybody who didn't understand, probably she's written that and she's also made that whole, jitne bhi bhav aapne dekhe, it's choreographed. Yes. Yeah. So I think I'm already a fan.
Oh my God.
And I'm and let me, okay, like, everybody, guys, please let them know your social handles so that they can.
Yes, my Facebook is Pallavi Kathak Official and the Insta handle is @Pallavi Kathak. I also have my YouTube channel. You can just type in Pallavi Kathak and it will pop up. So please do subscribe. Please do follow if you love my work. If you like me, मेरी अगर बड़बड़ बहुत पसंद आई रहेगी तो that's how I am.
Yes, guys, y'all should check out her channel. She has tons of small clips and मुझे खुद को इतना मजा आ रहा था when I was looking out, and yeah, it was amazing. So yes, you guys totally should subscribe and and yeah, with this I think 1 hour was pretty less. क्योंकि आपकी परफॉर्मेंस देखते देखते ऐसा लगता है हमें 1-1 घंटा से परफॉर्मेंस ही देखना चाहिए था, but very soon hopefully. Thank you so much, Pallavi. It was lot of fun talking to you.
Thank you, Ria. Thank you, Catapult Networks, for inviting me once again. And of course, thank you, audience, for watching me and bearing with me. I hope you all have enjoyed. And during this tough time, I know things are getting worse now, but please, stay safe, be healthy, and take care. That's all I have to say.
Thank you,
Ria. Thank you. It was very good meeting you, and I enjoyed the entire session with you. Thank you.
Same here, Pallavi. All right. Great then. See you guys soon. Next time with another artist and a lot more fun. And yes, stay connected. Stay on our page. Thank you. Bye-bye.